I welcome all of you, dear friends. Today, we will talk about a very interesting topic, Jnana Yoga. But before I go in this topic, let me ask whether anybody of you thought this in your life. If yes, you may raise your hands. Hmm, he or she never appreciates me. For anybody, means if you ever thought like this or you ever spoke like this, he or she never appreciates me. Second, my boss or somebody criticizes. Have ever you thought this or spoke that word? Perfect. I think I'm not good enough. At any moment of life, at any challenge of life, did you ever think like this? That I'm not good enough. Next, they are backbiting against me. They are backbiting against me. They are speaking ill of me in my absence. Have you ever thought about it or said this ever? Or have you ever thought or said like this, nobody understands me? Perfect. Or have you ever said this line that I like that person because he or she understands me? Perfect. So we know, so we know that it is our story I'm talking about. So there was a philosopher. He went to a farm. When he went to a farm, he saw a scarecrow like this. They in India they make scarecrow a dummy person so that the bird should not come and spoil the crop. So birds are afraid of that scarecrow and they don't come to the crop to spoil it. So when this philosopher went to that scarecrow, a dummy person who is made to scare the birds, that's what it is called, scarecrow. So the philosopher told to that dummy scarecrow, Acha, philosopher can talk to anybody. So you don't worry about it. They can talk to anybody. They can talk to roof, moon, anything. So philosopher said that you are such a dummy, useless, and false person. You have a false identity. You actually don't exist. So such a dummy existence you have, false existence. So the scarecrow replied to the philosopher. Acha, for to philosopher, everything replies. So scarecrow replied to the philosopher that I am not a dummy person. I'm not a false, I don't have a false existence. If you want to see how much I am alive, you should see in the eyes of these birds. They are really afraid of me. And I am alive in their eyes. So I have my existence. Then that scarecrow took a pause and said, if I am dummy, if you think that I am a false person, I have no existence, I am dummy, then what do you think you are? You people also live in the eyes of others, don't you? 5 people appreciates you, you start feeling good about yourself. 7 people criticize you, you start doubting yourself. That scarecrow said, what is your whole existence? You also live in the eyes of others. You seek so much validation from people, society around you, that if I am a dummy person, so you are, because we both exist in others' eyes. So, dear friends, we exist in the other sides. Others' opinion becomes so much important for us that it can make or break our day. Why it happens? Because we don't exactly know who we are. And that is why we like those people who understand us. Why? Because we feel, I don't understand myself. At least there is one person in the world who understands me. So I should catch hold of that person. At least he or she understands me because I don't understand myself. So, Jnana Yoga is a technique to understand yourself. Jnana is a Sanskrit word that literally means knowledge. Yoga means connect. So the knowledge that connect you to yourself is called Jnana Yoga. The knowledge which connects you to your real self is called Jnana Yoga. Now comes is, what is my real self? Who am I actually? So on public request, nowadays I have started making some PowerPoint presentations, which I'm not much fond of, but what to do? So let me put it like this. So who am I then? I am a combination of these three things: body, mind, and spirit. In general understanding, these three things I tend to refer as me. I tend to. Let's analyze it. So now let's think of somebody. There is a girl, she has a medical problem of numbness in the body. A part of body is numb. See, body is physical existence. She feels numb in a part of the body. Why she has this numbness? When I inquired, then I realized that she had a very difficult childhood. Her father was a strong disciplinarian, never loved her, never talked to her nicely. So she had those memories haunting her. Reason number one. Second, when she grew up, she fell for a man. That man even cheated and insulted her. So her thought of life is, I never got love in life. I'm worthless. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of love of anybody. Look, my father never loved me. The person whom I love never loved me. Even society doesn't want me. I'm not wanted. See how it happens. So there is a deep-rooted desire. Vasana. What is that? To be loved. This is the root cause, that I want to be loved. Okay. When you want to be loved, but my experiences of life, memories are like, I never was loved. Neither father nor anybody loved me. So it is called subconscious. Unconscious is the deep-rooted desire to be loved. Subconscious means chitta. In Sanskrit, it is called chitta. Those experiences of life that got registered. And that created feelings and thoughts in my mind. Conscious thoughts. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. Make sense? Can you connect? So we are a complex being. Deep-rooted desires, some experiences of life in subconscious, which are now in subconscious. And they create my conscious beliefs and feelings. Fine. So, body reflects in physical format, in organs. Mind is divided into three: conscious, unconscious, and subconscious in modern psychology. Unconscious is vasana. In Vedanta, this unconscious, deep-rooted is called vasana. Subconscious is called memories or chittam. And conscious, which we are completely conscious about, is our thoughts, emotions, and self. That is called ego, intelligence, and mind. Whereas a spirit is called consciousness. And let's be very clear about it. It is consciousness. When you give somebody anesthesia, he loses his conscious. He is not conscious. But somehow doctors wrongly use the word and they say that he lost the consciousness, which Vedanta says can never happen. Yes, he is not conscious is correct, because the connectivity between mind and the body is not there, but consciousness remains. No anesthesia can remove the consciousness because it is our basic identity. Let's go further. This is called gross body. I'm telling you the deep knowledge about self that Bhagavad Gita tells in chapter 2. This soul, conscious and unconscious together, are called subtle body, also called antah-karana in Sanskrit. Also, it brings kamana, desires. Fine? And the deep-rooted desires are called vasana, or the causal body. In the last session, we discussed about it. So these are the bodies. Now, let's understand. It brings us sensation, bodily sensations. It brings us perception, how you see the world. And it brings us conception. We are born because of those desires. That's why we came to the planet, to experiment. So it gives conception. These two together are called soul. When you say soul leaves the body, we mean this leaves the body. Be very specific in that. It is called jivatma in Sanskrit, and this is what it calls soul. And in Arabic, we call it ruh. So this is what are you at ruh. This is what leaves the body. So when you say somebody died, the body and the soul departs. Body remains there, but soul leaves. But the spirit is called Atman. That is different. Atman and soul are not same. Spirit and soul are not same. Fine, let's go further. We need to understand it like this. There is a container, like this glass is a container. So this container is the physical body. You can see it. The fluid in the container, this water, is the subtle body. You see, soul. So I can remove this water from this place. Water can be poured in some other container. Water can go from this container to that container, but the same water can go from here to there. So the soul goes from this container to another, the water. Then what is the spirit? If sun reflects in the water, so that reflection of the soul's spirit of the sun in the water is the spirit. So it is just a simile. The reflection of the sun in the water is the spirit. Water is the soul. And container is the physical body. It will be more clear. So what happens to the body? It goes to the grave, dies. What happens to the soul? It transmigrates, goes to another container. And what happens to the sun? It stops reflecting. So the moment sun stops reflecting, spirit stops reflecting, we call it dead. Fine. Let me simplify it further. Body is unique. Sara's body, Swamiji's body, my bodies are different. Sara's mind, my mind, Christine's mind and Swamiji's mind are different. So it is unique. But interestingly, Sara's Atman, my Atman, Swamiji's Atman, Christine's Atman is one. And this is what you call Advait. Atma is one, not two. Jivatmas are many. Souls are many, but not the spirit. It is one. So, what is the body? Which was not there in past, which is there in present, but will not be there in future, isn't it? Dr. Vikrant Singh Tomar was not there 50 years before on this planet. I will not be there. I guess let me have some bit more, 60 years after today. So I will not be there in future. I will not be there. I was not there in past, but right now I'm here. See, can you see me? Sarah, can you see me? So in the present, I am a reality, but I was not a reality in past. I will not be a reality in future. Make sense? Now let's come to this. My thought process. It is never present because my thought has no physical existence. It is only here. If I have this watch and I feel it is a beautiful watch, look, this is a watch. It's a fact. It has a body. But if I say it is beautiful, so it's a perception. Fine. Christine may say, no, it's an ugly watch. I will say it's beautiful watch. What does that mean? It's just a perception. It does not exist in physical plane. So your mind, intelligence, ego, memories, desires, all are here. No existence at all. It was never there in past, not in present also, and never will be in future. It is a cloud existence. Fine. Then what is a spirit? What is Atman? Ever present. Something that was there before the creation is there now and will remain after the creation ends, is called consciousness. Make sense? So this is called objective reality. Like Sarah, Christine, Swamiji and Vikrant, all four will say it is a watch. Yes? So it's an objective reality. People will speak the same language. But Sarah may say it's a beautiful watch. I may say it's an ugly watch. Christine may say it's the worst model. So what does that mean? It is called subjective reality. Fine. What is subjective reality? For Sarah, the same thing has different meaning. For Christine's, the same thing has different meaning. If it is my father's watch, it is very, very important for me. So it's called subjective reality. Whole this soul stuff is subjective reality. Doesn't exist. It exists here. This Atman is of absolute reality. Fine. Let me make it more clear. Atman is absolute. Past, present, future, ever present. Like for example, there is a hardware in computing. Hardware is the body. Software is the soul. But even if you have hardware and software ready, if there is no electricity, what will you do? Electricity is the spirit. But interestingly, Sarah's, Christine and Swamiji's computer may have different operating systems. That is your soul. Sarah, Christine, Swamiji may have different computer hardware. Somebody have MacBook, somebody HP and somebody different. But can I say Sarah, Swamiji and Christine has different electricity? No, it's one. Electricity is one. It reflects. The moment it will start reflecting, everything will start functioning. The moment it's gone, everything will stop functioning. So it reflects and it doesn't. The moment like sun reflects and doesn't. The moment spirit reflects, you start operation. The moment it stops reflecting. For example, body is the vehicle, but soul is the steering. It decides. Look, our moods vary. Some people drive fast, some people drive slow. But spirit is the petrol. Even if you are the best driver, if you don't have gas, how will you drive then? So this is what Krishna explains to Arjuna in chapter 2. Now the next point comes. All this dark shade is called matter. Everything is matter. And whatever in white is called spirit. In the Yoga Sutra, this dark is called Prakriti, nature. This white is called Purusha, you yourself. It is inert. it is sentient. It is temporary. It's permanent. And this is called aparagyana. This is called paragyana. Apara means lower, lesser. Para means higher, greater. So this gray matter and this gray matter in my PowerPoint, both are lower knowledge. This white is higher knowledge. So what we understood it. So knowledge can be two, the lower knowledge and the higher knowledge. Complete what we discussed in gray is called lower knowledge. So what is lower knowledge? Know about your surroundings. You should know the map, livelihood, entertainment, Avenger movies, education, MTech from Boston, bondages of life, earning money, desire, service, professional development, my own plans, all these are paragyana. And what you will get from this jnana? These are the results of this jnana. With the presence of object, I feel drained. In many relationships, people feel drained in the presence of another person. With the absence of object, I feel lonely what to do. When he is here, I feel drained. When he is not here, I feel lonely. When the object is present, I feel stressed how to handle it. People who have big houses, they are stressed how to handle and maintain it. People don't have houses, they are longing for it. So when your object is absent, you feel longing for it. It's a roller coaster ride. Paragyana brings to you pleasure and pain. Today you are happy, tomorrow sad. From where you get it? Science, art, and social sciences. Go to the universities, you will get complete paragyana. Make sense? Are you getting it? But what is aparagyana? This is aparagyana. Fine. I wrote wrong in both cases. I'm so sorry. Left is apara. This gray one is apara, my mistake. And white one is para. Fine. Higher knowledge. So what is it about self? It's not about livelihood. It's about life itself. It's not entertainment. It's enlightenment. It's not bondage. It's inner freedom. It's spiritual development. Peace, happiness, permanence, spiritual development. And what does it give you? It gives us independence. It gives us independence. Independence, what does that mean? Independence means that mentally, emotionally, physically, I am independent. I am completely independent. It gives you. Fine. It gives you self-sufficiency, no loneliness, no lack of companionship. I'm not afraid of company. I'm not in the need of anybody. Self-sufficient I am. What else it brings? It gives us sense of fulfillment. That everything belongs to me. I'm completely fulfilled. No sense of limitation. And then emotional stability it gives. Fine. So you become world-proof. When the setup is disturbed, it does not upset you. So that is the point. And from where you get it? Vedanta, Gita, and Yoga Sutra. So let's not confuse between these two jnanas. Fine. When you talk about aparagyana, let's not confuse about it. What should we expect from that? And what should we expect from this? Fine. Now the next point, how to get it. In a very small summary, let me go to that. So there are 3 stages for that. First is Shravana. Listen carefully. Step number 1. What is listening? Systematic, continuous, non-judgmental, patient listening of scriptures from a competent master. This is stage 1. Every word is important, systematic, not abrupt. Today I attended the class. Next day I'm partying, so couldn't attend the class. Next day I had some other work, couldn't attend the class. Again I attended the class. It's not Jnana Yoga. It has to be continuous and systematic, step by step. Non-judgmental. No, I'm not liking him. My experiences are not like this. It's wrong. When you are learning, be open. Even if your experiences does not match with it, right now don't judge. Receive. Patient. Some people are so eager to get enlightened. So much eager. So we need to have patience in listening scriptures and from a competent master. This is what you call Shravan. It's a very specific definition. If any of the word is not there, it is not Shravanam. Second is Mananam. Shravanam means listening. Manana. Manana means contemplating, thinking, contemplating, thinking. Contemplate and ask questions. Now in second stage, you should ask questions from the master. Not when master is speaking. Don't judge the master when the master is speaking. That time just receive. Go back to your home. Think about it. Why master said this? My experiences are not like that. And then ask questions. Fine. Synthesis of all thoughts, ideas and topics. Now you make notes. Synthesize it. Where are the not connecting dots? What dots are not connecting? What are the confusions that are coming up when I am summarizing? If you really want to do manana, you should summarize all 6 sessions on Gita we studied so together. And then summarize. Are they connecting? Fine. Once you did it and you asked the questions from the master, you got more clarity. Now the third stage is Nididhyasanam. This is written, spelling is here. Nididhyasanam means practicing at the moment of truth. Practicing at the moment of truth. What does that mean? Behaving as if realized. As they say, fake it till you make it. So behave as if realized. Intellectual understanding should now reflect in the behavior. I should be peaceful in difficult situations. I should be contented. I should have emotional stability. I should have no longing nor belonging. From conceptualization to realization now. So let's summarize what we discussed in brief. We understood it. Jnana Yoga is the knowledge about self. Jnana is knowledge. Yoga means that connects to self. It's a knowledge that connects me with myself. It's called Jnana Yoga. And then we discussed that how in Gita, Krishna talks about Jnana Yoga. So we understood this. I told you that there is a journey in chapter 2. Krishna mentions about it. So let me just have a quick glimpse for you so that we can summarize it, what we discussed. I hope you can see the screen now. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. So we understood this, that it is the mind that is called, mind is conscious, subconscious and unconscious. Body is physical. Spirit is consciousness. Body is called gross body. Mind is conscious and unconscious, and the conscious and unconscious mind is called subtle body. And conscious and subconscious mind is called subtle body. Unconscious mind is called causal body. This brings conception. The causal body, the subtle body brings perception, and the gross body brings sensation. This is what you call Jivatma or the soul. That is called body, that is called Atman. Like container water and sun we discussed. And like we discussed, the destination of the body is grave, that transmigrate and stops reflecting. Both of them are unique. That is one. It is present in right now body, but in past and future it was not present. Soul is never this thought actually. It is only present in my mind. It has just a mental existence. It does not mean that soul does not have any existence. What it means is the thoughts, opinions have only mental existence. And something that is ever present, past, present, and future, that is called spirit. That is called absolute reality, subjective reality, and objective reality. Hardware, software, and electricity, vehicle steering, and petrol. And this is called matter, spirit, prakriti, purusha, inert, sentient, temporary, permanent, aparagyana and paragyana. And what is the difference between aparagyana and paragyana? We understood it is lower knowledge. It is about life and surroundings, and it makes us drained. It gives you a roller coaster ride. And if you learn it from science, art, and colleges, universities, they teach you. But when you want to know about yourself, then it is called paragyana, higher knowledge. It's about self, and it brings independence, self-sufficiency, sense of fulfillment, emotional stability, attached to none and connected to all. And from where you get it? Vedanta, Gita, and Yoga Sutra. How to proceed? Step 1, Shravanam. What is Shravanam? Listen carefully. Systematic, continuously, non-judgmental, patient listening to scriptures from a competent master. What is Mananam? Contemplate and ask questions then. Synthesis of all thoughts, ideas, and topics. Nididhyasanam, behaving as if realized intellectual understanding should reflect in the behavior. From conceptualization, now it's the time of realization. So I rest my talk now. Thank you very much.